Drinking these cowgirl tears. See the color? Cowgirls tears. This is for y'all and y'all fans. Let that sink in. How's my Eagle Nation doing? This your Eagle brother, Master P. Dot. Now, before I get on to my content, for those that are new to my channel, welcome. I get my content on the Philadelphia Eagles, whether it's the off seasons, preseasons, regular seasons, playoff appearances, the free agent signings, the trades, the draft prospects, and the Philadelphia Eagles highlights of all the Hall of Famers, legends, and former players that I have done. Some of those that nobody has done before. Check out the playlist. Learn them, study them, appreciate them. Say your prayers and condolences out to those that's no longer with us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram. It's in the description box. We're getting close to 1K. Help your boy get there before 2024 ends. I will be honored. I will be grateful. I will be blessed if y'all help your boy get there before the year ends. So let's talk about it. Eagles and Cowgirls. This was not even a close matchup. The Eagles done stomped their ass to the ground. They stomped the mud hole in them. They just hit them where it hurts. It was a punishment. It was a massacre. It was a bloodbath. It was a battle for both teams though. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't even a close game at all. All them stuff the Cowgirls fans was talking since the beginning of the season. Even the ones around my way, the ones that work, they have never kept their mouth shut. And we put that to rest. We buried that. We burned it. So now that that's out the way, who cares what y'all working about, what y'all working on? Who cares about that? We put that to rest. So that's y'all season right there. So we put that to an end. Now, one of the players I want to give a shout out to is first off, I want to give a shout out to hold on. I got start with the offense. I want to give a shout out to the offensive line for holding it down against that Cowboys defense, because they got some key players back though. So they give them some problems there and then in the first half. But we had some backup offensive linemen like Fred Johnson, who held it down against Micah Parsons for the most parts. Shout outs to Fred Johnson. Shout outs to Landon Dickerson. Shout outs to Cam Jurgens. Shout outs to Tyler Steen. Well, Mekhi Becton too as well. And shout outs to the OG Lane Johnson for holding it down, for shutting down, locking down that Cowboys defense. All the way to the second half, all the way to the end. Shout outs to the offensive line. Shout outs to Jack Stahl. Shout outs to Dallas Goedert, who made his return, who had a solid performance. I'm going to get to him later on, real soon. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Grant Calcaterra. But I want to give a shout outs to Jahan Dotson for the catch he had. He showed up. He did his thing out there. So he had that beautiful catch. Shout outs to Jahan Dotson. Now, shout outs to AJ Brown, who did his thing out there. We know what he's about. We know what he can do. We know what he's capable of. Come on. It's AJ Brown. Come on, man. What else we can say about him? Shout outs to him. And shout outs to Dallas Goedert, who made his return, who had a touchdown in the end zone, who made up for the interception by Jalen Hurts from Trayvon Diggs in the first quarter. Shout outs to Dallas Goedert in the second quarter. He bounced back from it, so he had to make up for it. Shout outs to Saquon. Shout outs to Kenneth Gainwell. Shout outs to Will Shipley, who did this thing out there too. And shout outs to Jalen Hurts. Despite the interception in the first quarter, you see, the thing about Jalen Hurts, we got to understand. See, despite him making turnovers, He always found a way to bounce back and redeem himself and put the team on his back to help them win where it matters the most. That's what we got. That's what we love about Jalen Hurts. That's our QB right there. You see, we know like whenever he make a mistake, he always finds a way to bounce back. He overcomes the odds, rise from the ashes, and bounce back and help the team win. That's what I love about our QB. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jalen Hurts for that, man. He did the thing out there. He had 2 touchdown passes. One of them was Dallas Goedert, and another one is Johnny Wilson. Shout out to Johnny Wilson, who had his first career touchdown. We happy for the young rookie. He did his thing out there. Hopefully we can see more from him in the near future or real soon. Shout out to Johnny Wilson. Welcome to the NFL. And 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, the so-called tush push, he got in himself that time. So that doesn't count as a tush push. So he snuck right in there. So that was a QB sneak right there. He got himself in there. He didn't have help. Nobody didn't push him in. He got himself in there. And he had a rushing touchdown. He did his thing out there. That's our QB. That's our leader. That's our team captain. And that's the offensive line. And wait. Shout outs to Kellen Moore too. Shout outs to Kellen Moore. I got to give him a shout out too. Shout out to Jeff Stoutland for keeping the offensive line focused in that game. Shout outs to him as well. Now, on to the defense, shall we? First one I want to give a shout out to is Zach Bond. He was dominating out there. He was tackling. Yeah, like tackles for a loss. He did his thing out there. Forced fumbles twice. 2 forced fumbles. Shout outs to Zach Bond. I had doubts about him like in the off season, like hearing his name about training camp. I'm eating my words. I'm eating my crows of all the doubts I had in him. I apologize to Zach Bond for doubting you. I'm grateful and I'm honored to have you as our linebacker on our defense. You proved all of us wrong that doubted you, that had no hopes for you. You showed us. You proved most of us wrong, or nearly all of us that had doubt in you. That had doubts in you, man. Like, shout outs to Zach Bond. I apologize. I eat my words, and I'm owning up to it. I'm grateful to have you as our linebacker on our defense. You did your thing. You did your thing out there. You dominated. You was turning up, lights in, lights out. You performed. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to N'Kobe Dean too. He did his thing out there. He had tackles for a loss. He had stops. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to the front 4 of the D line. BG Brandon Graham, a 15-year vet. Shout outs to Jordan Davis. Shout outs to JC Jalen Carter. Yeah, got his jersey right here. Number 98. Shout outs to Jalen Carter. He did his thing out there. Shout outs to Milton Williams, who had his first career fumble recovery. To the OG D line. Shout outs to Josh Sweat, a.k.a. Sweat Blood. Shout outs to Nolan Smith. Shout outs to Jalen Hunt, who I forgot to mention in my Keys to Victory video. That was the name I forgot to mention. It was Jalen Hunt. Shout outs to Jalen Hunt for that. He did this thing out there too. But most importantly, shout outs to the secondaries. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. I'm proud of these young rookies. They're going up against one of the best in the league in these receivers. They did their thing. And Cooper DeJean on the first career fumble recovery as a touchback from a hit from Bryce Huff. Shout outs to Bryce Huff as well. Shout outs to Cooper DeJean. Shout outs to him, man. I love that guy. And he was one of the picks that I called that I wanted to be a part of this Eagles secondary because I know he would turn the secondary and his defense around if we drafted him. And I knew it would come true. I knew it. That's why I call myself the visionary for a reason. And I tell you why. 2022, I picked Jordan Davis to be one of the D linemen I want the Eagles to pick up in the draft. And they picked him. I wanted Keely Ringo to be one of the cornerbacks I wanted the Eagles to draft. They picked him up. That came true. And now Cooper DeJean, 2024, Eagles picked them up in the draft. So that's 3 years in a row, 3 years straight. I earned that name. I live up to that. I live up to that name right now because I'm a visionary for a reason. And I'm so proud. I'm so grateful. But I'm happy for you. I'm so proud of Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell for holding it down, especially C.D. Lamb. He didn't get a single touchdown. He had a few catches, but he ain't do too much. Shout outs to them, man. I knew they would turn this secondaries around, especially when Avonte Maddox had to sit on the bench on the sideline. It was time for a change. Out with the old, in with the new. And shout outs to C.J. Gardner-Johnson for the interception. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Reed Blankenship too. Shout outs to Slave for the pass deflections for the most part. Shout outs to him. Oh my goodness. I just, it's hard to explain how proud I am in this team. How far they have come. To find a way to bounce back and rise back up from the ashes. When they started in the first half of the season from 2-2. They had a rough and a difficult start. But after the bye week, everything changed. It was time to turn the lights back up. It was time to bring back the fire. It was time to bring back that desire. It was time to let it fly. And that's exactly what they did. They flew to Dallas. They were the last one standing. They came out victorious. And they flew high. They was letting it fly out there. They were spreading their wings. Oh, it wasn't no stopping them. And shout outs to Vic Fangio for getting these guys ready. I'm so proud of them. Reed Blankenship had a fumble recovery too. After Zach Bond knocked the ball out of Ferguson's hands, out of his arms. After that one-handed catch from Ferguson from the Cowboys. And then Zach Bond knocked it out of his arms. And then Reed Blankenship picked it up as a fumble recovery to turn that ball over. So shout outs to him. Now we have put an end to the Dallas Cowgirls. Let me drink up their tears again. I don't give a damn. Y'all could be mad. Y'all care about us. Why should we care about y'all feelings? Let me drink it up. I want to say, I was looking at the game. I was looking at the faces of the Cowgirls fans. How disappointed, how sad they look. You know, we had the moments as well. But at the same time, I want to feel bad for y'all. I want to feel sympathy, but I can't. I can't do that. Because look at all the years y'all had to put us through. before we had that first Lombardi Trophy. Whenever we had disappointment after disappointment, yeah, we were paying the asses as well. Yes, we know that. We know. We know how we are. We are maniacs. We are obnoxious. We are like loud. We are wild. We are crazy. But what y'all don't have, y'all may have the bigger brand, y'all may have the popularity. But one thing y'all don't have is the passion for our team, like we have for our team. Y'all don't have the passion like we got. Y'all don't have the passion like we got. Never have and never will. And it won't be even near close. So let me drink y'all tears up again. The hell with y'all feelings. Now we put a stop and got the Cowgirls out the way. Let's get ready for Thursday night football against the Washington Commanders. This is a heavyweight matchup. This is the game we have been waiting for. This is the game we are waiting to see, that we are waiting to watch. This is for the division. Who's going to come out victorious? Who's going to be at the top? That's going to bring momentum. That's going to boost up the season before the playoff. This is the game that both teams is going to get the best out of each other. This is the game that the Eagles need to put the Commanders in check. This is the game the Eagles need to give the Commanders a taste of reality. This is the game where the Eagles need to give the Commanders an ass beating that's coming for them. This is the game the Eagles need to shut down Jaden Daniels and the rest of the Commanders team, offense and defense. This is the game where our young rookies is about to go up against one of the top receivers in the league, in Terry McLaurin. Quinyon Mitchell, this is really going to be an ultimate test for you and Cooper DeJean and the young defense. This is the game that the world is going to watch. It's going to have views. This is going to be a hype game. It's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a heavyweight matchup. It's going to be a heavyweight battle. It's going to be a heavyweight fight. This is a war. It's not just a normal game at this point. This is war. And we are ready. We ready for war. We are built for war. Now the Commanders, they've been looking impressive since the beginning of the season. They really have. Jaden Daniels, he been doing this thing out there. He been looking phenomenal. He has. He looks like he has a lot of promise and potential. He has the talent. He has weapons as well. He got Terry McLaurin. He got Noah Brown. We got Zach Ertz and many, many more. Oh, Olamide Zaccheaus. Now our defense. Y'all better be ready for them. It's time to lock them down and shut them down. And give Jaden Daniels hell. It's time to become his worst nightmare. Whenever y'all get to Jaden Daniels, y'all better make sure he sees y'all as Freddy Krueger. Y'all better make him see y'all as the boogeyman. Y'all better put fear into Jaden Daniels to make him uncomfortable. Because he's coming to play. And so is the Commanders. They're going to give their all. They're going to give everything they got. It's not going to be easy. Don't let this be a close game. And Nick Sirianni, do not make boneheaded decisions to cost them that game. Do not. Let Kellen Moore handle that. This is the game where the Philadelphia Eagles will come out victorious at the link this Thursday. Get ready for the ass whooping that's coming their way, Commanders. Because the Philadelphia Eagles is back on the rise. We back on the top of the division again. We ain't that same. This is not that same team as it was in the first half of the season, as it was earlier. They're rebirthed. They're refreshed. They are ready. They are focused. They are hungry. And they are ready for battle. They are ready for war. But it's the question. Are y'all ready to see the Eagles at their best? That's what we're going to find out this Thursday on Thursday Night Football at Lincoln Financial Field. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this game. So y'all let me know in the comment section how excited y'all are about the Eagles and Commanders game that's coming up this coming Thursday. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Who is y'all players of the game? Y'all let me know. Name the players up below. Who's the game ball y'all think should go to? Y'all let me know. And as always, fly Eagles fly. Y'all have a good day. On the other side, have a good night. Let it fly.